It is one of the big hitting clashes that we expect to see at this year's Australian Open Championships. The man in front, the big serving Canadian, Milos Raonic, who's thundered down 30, 39 and 23 aces in his first 3 matches. Against him, one of the rising stars of the sport, the number 4 seed, the German, Alexander Zverev, at just 21 years of age, part of this next generation that is going to serve the sport so well for years to come.
Time for men's singles, 4th round action here on Rod Laver Arena. Would you please welcome from Canada, Milos Raonic. And his opponent from Germany, Alexander Zverev.
He is charismatic, he's tall, he's athletic, he conducts himself so well when he speaks after his matches at media conferences. The crowd has grown to love him already at just 21 years of age. He faces a big task today to try and negate the all-powerful serve of the Canadian, Milos Raonic, on one of those days in Melbourne where really only one word describes it: perfect. 24 degrees, beautiful blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. There's a gentle breeze outside. It is one of those days where it is a privilege to be in the city, and it's a privilege to be in this place as we begin the 2nd week of the Australian Open Championships. And so Zverev looking for his best ever Australian Open result. Well, he's actually already achieved that because he's been to the 3rd round here the past 2 years, but he's got the opportunity of getting to the quarterfinals. It will be the well-known face and voice of Carlos Ramos in the chair. Sasha is pushing his patience because the clock has gone to 0, but out he comes now for the coin toss.
Okay, Eugene, meet Sasha.
Nice to meet you.
Good, how are you? So Sasha, you were late for the coin toss. I need to tell you that you were late for the coin toss. I'm just informing you. Do you have any questions? No? Any questions? Okay, who's going to call it? Sasha's going to call it? Okay. Rod Laver? Okay, Rod Laver for Sasha. Okay. What is it? Rod Laver? There you go. Receive. Okay. Stay here. Okay, photo that way, please.
And Carlos reminding Sasha that he was, in fact, just pushing the envelope a little bit before the coin toss. Mark Petchey is sitting alongside me in the commentary box. Petch, welcome to you. A lot of people thinking this might be the quickest 5-set match in the history of 5-set matches.
Peter, great to be here. There's a chance, there's no question, although Sasha has a pretty good record over tall players, so there's a good chance that he will figure out a way to break this Canadian who's had a fairly tough time at getting through here so far. So it's going to be interesting how physically he's doing as we start this contest.
Currently ranked 17. He's been as high as 3 in the world. That was in November of 2016. He's been in the top 25 from 2012 onwards. He's been to a Wimbledon final. He was runner-up in 2016. Semi-finals here at the Australian Open is his best result. That was back in 2016 as well. He had a great year that year. Made one final last year, Stuttgart, where he lost to Roger Federer. Got to the semis at Indian Wells, where he lost to Del Potro. Reached the quarterfinals 4 times, including Wimbledon, where he lost to another big server in John Isner. 8 career titles for Milos Raonic, and he goes in against a man, well, potential is often the word that they use, and potential can be a dirty word in sport sometimes, but this man has oodles of it. Is this going to be his breakout Grand Slam? At 21 years of age, ranked 4, seeded 4, he's already collected almost $16 million in his career. And a big reason for that was the $8.7 million that he collected in 2018, where he won titles in Munich, Madrid, Washington, and the big one was the ATP finals, where he beat Djokovic in the final beat Federer in the semi-finals, and that gave him the belief that he can handle anything that the game can throw at him. He's already won 10 career titles, the first of those at St. Petersburg in 2016. He is an outstanding player, but everybody is waiting for him to take this next step. Is Melbourne going to be the next step for Sasha Zverev? And whilst, Petch, the ATP finals, it's a great feather in your cap. You play all the very best players, and speaking of caps, they're putting that to good use. Again, it is a wonderful achievement. There's Carlos Ramos in the chair, but eventually they measure you on Grand Slams.
They do, there's no doubt about it, and I think that from Sasha's point of view, his trajectory has been pretty good. As we see, the series is drawn at 1 apiece. Milos getting that win in the 4th round, as you can see, at Wimbledon. You know, I think sometimes you also got to remind yourself just how young Sasha is. You know, he's just been so phenomenal that, from his point of view, he's had a lot of pressure already on him. But it takes a while to build your body up at his age, and especially being as tall as he is, to be able to cope with the physical demands of playing 2 weeks over 5 sets against these players that are seasoned pros. And I think that's lost a little bit in the narrative about why he hasn't done better so far.